Alright guys, welcome back to another installment of the Virginia Midland HO layout. Got some little bit of progress, not a whole lot. Got a few things done, not a whole bunch, just the time. I'm not super busy, but it seems like every week's got something every night. Last week was terrible, but getting back to the layout, this is my new extension I built this summer with the, have the sand unloading silos there, and I got a whole horde of sand hoppers there. See, I've got the pink landforms there. They're going to be a little bit of rolling hills in there with some trees and stuff just to break up the monotony of the scene and everything. And coming back over here by my door where the truck is, you can see where I got drawn. I have a road and everything I'm going to put in. I think I'm going to try to emphasize right here on this part of the layout because in my opinion, when you walk into the layout room, the first thing you see, that's going to set it for anybody that walks in. If you come in and it's unfinished, that's going to tell somebody, oh, my layout's not finished here. But if it's knocks them out right here in the first 5 seconds, you got them hook, line, and sinker, in my opinion. But that was the one thing I knew I wanted to work on this area because it's right here by the door. It was one of my first areas that I finished, but I ripped it all out, did something totally different. You can see I'm going to put a little bridge crossing here. Closest track to you is the Virginia Midland main line. I'm sorry, the closest track to you is the Virginia Central, which serves the aggregate plant. Alright, used to have a crossing down there, took that out, tower's gone. So I think it looks a whole lot better, and it's more prototypical. Midland got an extra industry with the elevator. So I'm going to put a little bridge overpass here, hillside there. See where my light switch is. Terrible place to put it. I wish it was more over that way, but I can't change that. I could, but I'm not. So a little road crossing here that goes to the sand unloading pit. I'm going to try something different with the road, or the I guess the road bed and everything over here. Not the road bed, but the I guess where the vehicles drive and stuff. I'm not going to pave it or anything or concrete. I'm going to do like glue down a lot of sand in that area. Then I'm going to sand it, so it's almost like a dirt road, dirt area, kind of like what most aggregate plants are in plants. So like they're not going to spend money for big equipment to drive on it. So that's that part. And let me show you what I've done down in Orange. I don't know if I've showed you this, but it's worth another look. Alright, down here at Orange, as you can see, I've got on my front of my website. Make sure you check that out. This is Orange. I had to do all this. As you see, it's pretty enclosed on that side and on that side, so I can't really reach back in here. I can access it and get a bill to do it for cleaning, but I had to finish that and just shut it up so I can put the rest of the fascia. So got lots of background. Need to put probably more trees. I don't know if I'm gonna put more trees. I don't know. I'm not real happy with behind that shed there. It's kind of shiny. The tree tops look good, but the rest of it. But over here, this track comes in. We're going to put a little depot right in here in this area. And over here is going to be my tie unloading area. The background build probably won't stay. Put some trees there in the back, so just kind of blend in those trees and everything. Of course, these are the interchange tracks over here. That building actually might stay. Need to get my wire connectors hanging up, but you see I got some cars sitting over there ready for interchange to NS. Still haven't totally done how I'm going to interchange this area down here because everything is a trailing point. You wanted to be able to drive, don't want to run the train caboose, leading the caboose all the way down through here. So I'm going to have to figure out something, probably running from St. Just over to here. Maybe come and get the cars and go back. I don't know. I got to figure out something. Wish I had a run around, but I couldn't squeeze it in. But I'm really happy with this scene. Turned out well. Got some good pictures in here. Starting to be able to use this iPhone here. It can take some good pictures. So don't let that fool you. Alright, let me show you one other thing, and then we'll call this video a wrap. Alright, last two things I want to cover on the upper deck here. Here's my new power for the Midland. As you can see, it's an ex-Kansas City Southern SD50. It's a Proto 2000. I put in a Tsunami and a keep alive in there. That sucker runs like a champ. It weighs a ton. I got it off of one of the Yahoo sites pretty cheap, and I had to build a gas tank for it, which actually I had an 8th one and fit right on there. Just had to trim it up, but looking good. I got to weather it up here. That white's too clean. But here's a little peek at Patriot Industries here and my loading deck. That Carolina truck probably should not be in there. But my loading dock there, just a simple team track. Probably got too many vehicles, but here's one of my last areas on up top, except for my new stuff over there behind me, that I have not I have not put any scenery in. This is going to be using a different approach here with the florist foam. I've got that from Mike Confalone. I really like how you can just cut it up with a saw instead of the, I cut it up with one of my old steak knives. We got a bunch of extra ones here, so I'll just use one. Trees go right into it because that's pretty much what florist foam says. You're supposed to keep flowers, and I'll probably still put a little bit of glue in there, but it's already green. Just gotta put some covering, put some glue on it, put some ground cover on there, and probably touch up that background there. That's just temporary. Once you get the trees in there, it should kind of blend in with the rest. Alright. Very easy to put in, easy background to put in. I had plenty of room to play with on a lower level. Probably won't be able to use this technique because I don't have a whole lot of room to play with. And one other thing, we see my Virginia Central Alco. This was a Norfolk Western at one time, and I stripped the paint and painted it yellow. Really came out well. I like the yellow colors, kind of canary yellow that they used actually here with the Virginia Central here in Fredericksburg. And I got a couple log cars. The old Walther's bulkhead, Canadian bulkhead, but I put some log holders on it and it works well. And then this is a custom finishes metal car. It's a 62-foot pulpwood car, but it went together kind of crazily, but it's totally different. The logs I used were azalea bushes, very straight, and turned out well. Alright guys, that's about to cover it up here. I've got some work to do. As you can see, my work desk is a little messy. It seems like you're always working on the very corner of things, but that's the story of my life. Full of stuff. It'd take me about 2 minutes to clean up. Gotta get this room a little bit organized here. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for checking out. And check out my blog. It can be found right here. Appreciate you checking out, and of course subscribe. I'll talk to you later.